Friendly napalm strike on the way. 5 bleeds ready. Spy plane ready for deployment.
Yeah, hardcore. What? 2 episodes in 1 week? It's like Christmas come early, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or whatever it is that you celebrate. What's up, guys? This is Sohinky from Clever Games, and you're watching another episode of Guns You Wouldn't Think Are Good. That title, though, doesn't really apply to this episode, because I don't know why you wouldn't think the M14 is good. Doing this video because I got a request in the first and second episode for this gun, and so I figured I'd show it off and show exactly why you shouldn't think that this gun is bad and why you should think that it's good. So let's get into it. The M14 is a ridiculously good gun. Once again, I don't know why you wouldn't think so. It's very powerful. It's usually about 2 to 3 shots tops to put someone down, and you know, it doesn't get much better than that, you know, unless you're using a sniper rifle and it's 1 shot, 1 kill. I think the reason that people get turned off of the M14 is because the FAL exists. Well, there's 2 reasons. I think the main reason is that it's a single fire weapon, and people like to just be able to spray bullets, which is understandable in Black Ops. But the other reason is because the FAL exists, which is you know, basically just a lower recoil version of the M14. But you know, it's all personal preference. It's all what you're used to. So if you get used to the recoil, then there's no reason that the FAL is any better than the M14. And if you are, you know, if you're used to a lower recoil weapon, then you know, you have options with this gun, but you could also just use the FAL. But the M14, obviously a little more recoil, so in order to deal with that, I would recommend putting an optic on it. I once again go with the red dot sight because I don't like guns that have any zoom in the lens, so I prefer to stay away from reflex sights, which have a little bit of zoom, and ACOG sights, which have a little bit more zoom. So I go with the simple red dot. I go with the Predator dots once again just because I think those are really cool. And also, practically, the reason why I use the 3 dots is because I don't like to have just one single focal point. I like to have the 3 dots because it kind of like, it gives me a way to like focus myself in on what I'm shooting at better. Aside from an optic, though, your other option is to just use a silencer, which is another viable option. The benefits of using a silencer versus the disadvantages of using a silencer. When you're using a silencer, it does take a little bit more to put someone down sometimes, but the benefits obviously are that nobody can see you when you're shooting on the radar, which is a huge advantage when you're, you know, when you're the kind of player that goes around the edges of the maps and tries to get behind the other team. So in those instances, the silencer is definitely a big advantage. I used to use the silencer on like almost all my guns, and then I kind of shied away from it, and here's the reason. It's because when people can see where you are on the map, when you shoot, you can kind of play with their perception of where they think you are. So you shoot someone, you move to another location based on the fact that you know that someone thinks you're in a certain location, and then since then you've moved and you can kind of play with where they think you are. That being said, though, it's all personal preference, and you know, using a silencer versus not using a silencer is all up to your play style. One thing that I did notice when I was using the silencer was that if you start around the stomach or the chest area and you spam the trigger a few times, it seems like the gun kicks up and it's like, you know, an instant headshot almost every time. I was getting a crap load of headshots while I was using the silencer with the M14 just because of the way the gun kicks up. But once again, just as successful with the sight as with the silencer, and you know, there's no reason that one is better than the other. But yeah, this gun is amazing. I would recommend that you guys use it. Challenge you that, you know, if you're someone that uses a FAL, to try out the M14, just see if you like it. And if you're someone that stays away from the single-fire weapons, then I just challenge you to go ahead and give them a shot, because they're very powerful. Once again, only 2 to 3 shots to put someone down, and as long as your aim's pretty good, they're some of the best weapons in the game. So I'd recommend using it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Toss the video a like and a comment if you did enjoy it. And please also comment below with any other guns that you would like to see in this series. I've been working on the Olympia because that was another request, so that'll probably be the next one. But go ahead and just, comment below with what gun you'd like to see next. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to Clever Games. Thanks, guys.